What?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of a Brew for Two podcast. I'm your host, Brad, along with my co-host, Derek.
Hello.
And we have our series regular with us, Jack.
Hello.
We are here on episode number, this would be 36 of the podcast, of a Brew for Two podcast. And we got some news to talk about this week. Not all of it dreadful news as it's been going on in the world, but happy news.
That's
somewhat happy news.
Great memes this week.
It has been a great week for memes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, one thing that came up newsworthy, this is not really on our list of things to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it because it is Pride Month this week, and there's a certain cartoon character that came out of the closet this week, and it is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
Pride Month this week. It's this week only. Pride Month is this week only.
Did I say Pride Month was this week? I meant Pride Month was in week 3 of 5-week June.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put your rainbow socks on. Get your rainbow flags right out the door. Lay them on your carpets. Come out to your family even though you're not gay. That's a little too personal. Okay, next one.
I don't need to know what you did over your week.
But I just nay-nayed on my family.
Last year we had Bert and Ernie, or 2 years ago. Last year or 2 years ago we had Bert and Ernie. This year we have SpongeBob SquarePants.
I think the difference is like everybody was like, yeah, Bert and Ernie. Yeah, I mean we get it. Like,
yeah,
but SpongeBob, nah, he was trying to slap them cheeks. You're shouting again, Bert. SpongeBob was trying to slap them sandy cheeks, man. Like,
well, like he's a grown up. He is a grown up that acts like a kid.
According to Google, he's 13 years old. So,
but
he's not.
There's that one episode of SpongeBob where you literally see his license because he has a dream, and he's born in the 80s.
I was trying to find that, and like I just couldn't find that actual picture. Also, I really didn't look very hard. So,
come on, Derek.
But yeah, as far as I know, he's like 40 something.
He's in his 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, the first episode is him getting a job at the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, when he was like a mid-20s or whatever the hell it was.
And then
supposedly. And
then like the showrunners were like, this is a kids show, so we should have it relate to kids. So we should have him go to school, like boating school. Which is
it a kid show? Because I distinctly remember there was an episode where SpongeBob's buried in the ground and Mr. Krabs goes, I really hope that's your nose. That's the only thing sticking out of the ground.
Is that an actual thing?
I don't think that was in an actual episode of SpongeBob. Oh yeah.
Oh, I recently viewed like dirty things from SpongeBob on YouTube, and it's like
there's a whole fucking TikTok that has literally he's on like episode 60 of like dirty things we missed. And
I follow this person on Twitter, which is just out of context SpongeBob stuff, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Also, SpongeBob. I watched a video recently where it's like hilarious SpongeBob lines that still make us laugh today.
Mm-hmm. And
it's just like the one where like SpongeBob is dressed up like something, and Mr. Krabs is like, you're dressed like a girl, and he's like, am I a pretty girl?
I actually really like that one.
There was also mayonnaise an instrument. That's a classic.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
But
nobody plays mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise, but like you know, play it as an instrument, man.
It's the sound your stomach makes after you suck a whole tub of mayonnaise down your throat with a straw. That's how you play.
You have weird weeks.
I do, but you know, I've become the one and only mayonnaise player in my country, so suck on that.
Well,
is horseradish an instrument too?
No, it hurts my guts too much.
I like horseradish.
Also, a trailer dropped this week.
Yeah, it did.
Bill and Ted 3.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's exciting, but then you look at it and like, you're too old to sound like surfer dudes that are in their 20s. Teens.
Yeah. It's it's gonna be funny either way.
It's gonna be funny.
I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, but like I just can't. Keanu Reeves doesn't have a beard in this one.
No.
Which I'm just like, can't see him not without the beard.
No.
But if you look at his chin, he has a really nice chin.
He does.
He does. But like, and like Alex Winter is back as Ted? No, he was Bill. He was Bill. But they're gonna, I guess in that movie, they're gonna honor George Carlin.
Yeah.
Who played their time traveling buddy. Mm-hmm. And so that's would be good. Actually, this is not even in our news portion either. This is just a great segue. They're making a Judd Apatow is making a George Carlin documentary.
Oh.
Or biopic. I'm not sure.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What are you showing me?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep talking. I just want to show you this before we continue.
Why?
Because I just want you to be prepared.
I'm not ready for this.
It's nothing, Brad. Continue.
You know what?
Please.
I'm curious like a cat now.
Are cats curious?
There are things you just don't need to be curious about.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah.
Well, there's a classic Will Ferrell. There's a classic Will Ferrell line where it's in an SNL sketch, and he goes, "I'm curious like a cat, and that's why my friends call me Whiskers."
Okay. Okay.
He was doing Harry Carey in that sketch. So it was kind of funny. Anyway, how's everybody's week's
been fucking boring. I mean,
yeah, I haven't been doing much. I've been working like a very retarded amount this week, so I'm just tired this weekend. But I'm happy I'm gonna have 3 days off from now on, so I can't really complain starting next week.
Yeah. Me got some new records.
Yeah.
My vinyl subscription for my order that came this week that I ordered on April 29th. It was a pretty lame, I would say not my greatest. I got an Alkaline Trio record, which is kind of cool. And but that's a Multi-Magic record. They're kind of cool. And a soul album. So this guy he sounds like a church singer.
Okay.
Basically. And I'm just like, this is not my strongest month. But I'm glad they're mixing it up, because instead of like, I like the pop punk genre.
Yeah, you did, but like, I mean, when have you ever listened to soul music? Okay, that's just okay.
Please turn that off.
Yeah. Sorry.
It doesn't even. Okay. Anyways,
that's not what I wanted. Totally something different.
But yeah, that's like annoying. So this was a weaker month.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that they switched it up, and like I love pop punk. I love the genre of pop punk and emo punk. But like I'm just like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Yes, I like A Day to Remember, but because literally it said, because you like A Day to Remember, we thought you would like this Alkaline Trio record. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Sure.
But
they're similar.
Well, yes, they're similar. They're both in the emo pop rock genre. Actually, the Alkaline Trio's bassist does awesome solo stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he does awesome solo stuff. And then I got a Bedouin Soundclash sounding the Mosaic album.
Yeah, you actually bought that one though yourself, right?
Yeah, I actually bought that one because my sister gave me 2 Amazon gift cards for my birthday, adding up to $50. So I bought 2 records. The one was Bedouin Soundclash that came in a week. The other I bought, but it wasn't in stock, so I'm waiting for it to be in stock. So they're gonna send me an email when it comes into stock.
Which one's that?
It's by a solo band. Well, the guy's name is Chuck Reagan, who's the lead singer of a band called Hot Water Music, which was a punk band in the 90s. They did a couple songs for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater game.
Oh, okay.
So they did, one of their famous songs is called Remedy. Yeah. So. And so he has done a bunch of solo stuff, and his solo stuff is amazing. Like, I highly suggest checking out the song "The Boat" by Chuck Reagan. It's a great song. So I'm waiting for that to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, yeah, not a whole lot's been going on.
No, I haven't watched really anything this week. I've continued watching Winona Earp on Netflix. But that's about it.
Well, like,
and Baki, the anime, got a new season this week. Been watching that. about it though.
Well,
that's really
2 weeks ago, I decided to rewatch Lost because I haven't watched it in a while. Also, there was nothing on Netflix.
Yeah.
And of course, once I start watching something else on a subscription service, Netflix is like, hey, 13 Reasons Why, Season 4. F is for Family, Season 4.
New content.
Modern Family, Season 9 and 10. Like, it's just like...
F is for Family is funny, but I still don't...
Yeah, they added Season 9 and 10.
Oh my god.
I still don't understand why there's more than one season of 13 Reasons Why. Like,
yeah, the first season, it should have just ended on
yeah,
I just thought it was supposed to
because the first season was based off of a book, 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah. And the book ended.
And it had a nice, complete story.
And that's the thing. Like, it had a rounded story in those episodes, and then it was done, and then that should have been.
You know what show did a better 13 Reasons Why message than 13 Reasons Why? Degrassi.
Probably.
Yeah, I never watched Degrassi. I'm too young for that.
Yeah.
I never watched the...
Well, like, well, Degrassi was kind of the show which, like, Degrassi had eras in it. Like, and, like, we grew up with Degrassi. We all grew up with, like, well, not so much you, because but me and Derek grew up with Degrassi Next Generation.
Yeah.
And then there was phases of Next Generation where, like, it started, like, my sister's age, Degrassi Next Generation, like, with Emma was my sister's age. So, like, when they graduated, and then me and Derek graduated in the year 2010, and so that was a different era, and, like, we each had eras, and you had, like, Degrassi Next Class, which was, like, terrible.
Yeah, Next Class was the one.
And, like, they would always talk about, like, topics that were hard to talk about. 13 Reasons Why just takes it to the extreme. And, like, this is what high school's like. No.
There's literally an assault scene literally in a hot tub in the first season. Like,
I get that. I get that happens at parties.
Yeah. But it wasn't even a party. That was just, she just went to his house and hung out, and there was nobody else there.
Yeah.
Like, but the story that was told in that show, like, it ended at the last episode. But to go on for 4th season, I'm just curious what's even in the new seasons.
I don't even know if I'm interested in watching the next one.
Yeah,
I'm interested because I'm a completionist, and like I'm just like oh, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I remember when it first came out, and the teachers in the staff room that I worked with were like talking about how bad it is, and like, I know, but I told them, like, I started watching it, and I'm just like, and they're like, why? And like, because I was curious.
Yeah.
And also the kid who plays Clay Jensen, I recognized from Lost.
Yeah.
Who played Jack's son in Lost when he was like 14. Now he's in his like 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, 13 Reasons Why is a show that, it started off being as, a very nice message where it should be like, you should talk to people, and you should, if you're experiencing certain things, you get professional help.
Yeah.
Rather than confiding in like a TV show or whatever they're creating right now, right?
Yeah.
But as they went on to do more seasons, which were somewhat unplanned, I would think.
Because it was only one book.
Yeah, it started getting too preachy, and it started, disconnecting its audience and the people it was talking
like
to
the first season,
from the story.
First season was about suicide. Second season was about Columbine
shootings. Yeah,
like it was about school shootings. That was what the second season was about. Third season was about suicide again. No. Third season was
murder mystery. So fucking stupid.
And then fourth season, I don't even know yet, but
yeah, I probably will not watch it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll watch the first episode, but the episodes are hours long, and I'm just not into that right now.
But on the bright side, F is for Family is back on Netflix.
Yep.
So that's kind of funny.
I watched the first couple episodes of the 4th season. I gotta say, I'm not too displeased. I think Bill Burr does a great job of acting as an asshole dad.
Yeah.
Which it's very fitting for him. I don't know if he's an asshole to his children in real life. I hope not. I think he's a nice person to his children in real life, but he definitely fits that role pretty well.
He was on the Joe Rogan podcast the other day, and he was talking about how he had a creepy encounter with a masseuse.
A masseuse?
Yes.
Ooh. They give him a massage to his bald head.
But like, I didn't know what to think of that show. I actually kind of forgot about that show because I remember in between season 1 and 2, they took a long time off.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of forgot that show was a thing.
Okay.
And then they released season 2 on Christmas, and I'm like, hey, I remember this show. Like about a guy who wants to be a pilot, but he works and like he's a manager at an airport.
Yeah, he's a manager at a place called Mohican Airlines, and it's like a struggling airplane business that's run by a fat idiot boss.
Yes.
That he works for as a
voiced
manager.
by, I think, who does his voice? It's not John Goodman.
I think it is John Goodman.
No, who's the guy who played Champ in Anchorman?
Fucking Christ.
I know, but that's who does his voice. The boss's voice is.
Yeah, I don't remember what the hell.
And the show came out in 2015.
I know.
Shit.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like just yesterday. I was. Watching.
You know what also came out in 2015? Jurassic World, the first one.
Yeah.
That movie's already 5 years old.
Hmm.
You know what movie's 10 years old? Inception.
Really?
Yeah.
10 years old? 2010? Really?
Yeah. Inception is 10 years old because it was up for an Oscar against like The Social Network and Toy Story 3 and so and I just looked at that and found that out today, and I'm just like, shit, yeah, that's 10 years old already.
I did not think it was 10 fucking years old.
Yeah, the movie that you watch multiple times and you still don't get it.
Oh, it's David Koechner.
Yeah, David Koechner, the guy who plays Champ in Anchorman, and the.
Oh, I get that. I hear that now. Yeah, okay.
And his voice is very, like when you hear his voice in like if he's doing voice acting or real life acting, his voice is one of those voices that like just you can just picture it in your head. Yeah. Whammy! Like
it's distinguished. It's very gritty and it's very deep. So.
Yeah,
it's pretty easily recognizable, I would say.
Pretty easily recognizable. He also did, like, David Koechner. He was also in, like, one of the Final Destination movies. He was in Waiting as the manager in Waiting.
Yeah.
Who was the creepy manager who hit on, like, 18-year-old girls when he was, like, 40.
Yeah.
Like, so why don't I get invited to parties? Well, because you're a creep.
Yeah.
You're a creepy boss that nobody wants to boss at the party.
No, nobody does. Literally, nobody does.
Nobody does.
Yeah, that's about the weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Do you watch anything this week, Jack?
No, not particularly. Nothing really super new. I've been rewatching a lot of stuff recently. Like obviously, I watch Family Guy in the background while I play video games sometimes, and not too much. I haven't been watching anything, but I have been baking recently.
Baking?
Well, yeah, I've just been baking and like cooking and stuff like that as well.
Well, baking and cooking is good. It's a good skill to have.
You hear that, ladies? He knows how to cook.
I mean, yeah, Sydney, hey.
No, like, well, cooking is a good skill to have because especially like, say you go away to college, you did go away to college in university.
Yeah, you literally lived here.
But like, if you were like living on residence and like, girls like a man who can cook. What?
Yeah.
Like,
it's very true.
We can all cook here.
Yeah.
Do I cook often?
No.
Not really.
Can you cook? I guess you can. Yeah.
I can
You've cooked for me a couple times. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can cook. I can cook, but like I can whip up a meal. Like I can't like master chef a meal. Like I just can be like,
you can cook shit. You don't have to like look at instructions for everything. Like you can actually throw some shit together.
Yeah, you literally can throw what you think tastes good and try it.
Like cooking is. I heard this from my chef that in grade 11 cooking class. Cooking is like, because we compared baking to science because
very accurate. You have to
be exact
accurate
for everything, and then we compared cooking to something else where you can just throw things together and just experiment. There's a lot of experimentation with cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Baking can be considered an exact science.
I would say it is, because if you add too much flour or something, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
if you
it's
add
not
too
gonna
much
work out.
sugar or baking powder or
too much
milk
butter
or
in
eggs,
something, it's going to flatten out.
It's going to go.
Yeah.
Literally. So yeah, it's very, very exact, and I've learned that a couple times now. Baking like cookies and shit. If I bake cookies and I put too much butter, it's going to get super flat. Too much sugar, it's going to get too hard. And then if it's Why are you laughing at that one?
I saw in the corner of my eye you just didn't get too hard.
Too fucking hard.
No, I remember when I got really into baking when I was a teenager, and my friends would make fun of me for it. Oh, guess what?
Guess what now? The ladies be all over me, and
Not
they ask him
really.
for my banana bread, if you know what I mean. My actual
I can't bake banana bread, but I hear, Jack, you make good banana bread.
It's not hard to make. It's really, really super simple. Like, I have the whole, like, list of ingredients memorized. It's not hard. 1 in 3, I don't want to bore people with this, but 1 3/4 a cup of flour, half a cup of butter, a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda, a pinch of salt. There's one more thing.
Bananas.
Oh, a beaten egg.
Did you say bananas yet?
I'm gonna say bananas in a second, but I was remembering something else. A beaten egg, and then 3 mashed bananas. You sauce it all in there, so dry ingredients go in after you mash, all of the sort of liquid stuff, so like the butter and the sugar and the egg, and then you sort of sift the flour and the baking soda and the baking powder and salt into it. Stir it until it's like mushy. Put it in a bread pan. Boom.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how Jack makes banana bread.
I have no list in front of me. I promise you that.
He literally doesn't, which is
he
actually
just did that from memory.
I just know it.
How much banana bread are you making then that you've memorized?
I've only made 1 loaf ever.
What the fuck?
I just know it. I don't know.
It's his ADHD brain.
I made it a specific goal for me to memorize that.
You're wearing a lot of blue today.
Yeah, dude, I'm blue boy. Tomorrow I'm gonna be beige boy. You'll see. I have my beige pants and my beige shoes. So tomorrow I'm beige boy.
Right on.
Hey, beige boy, yes.
Right on. Actually, something I'm looking into getting for myself is bookends.
Yeah.
For my bookshelf there that has a bunch of my records in it, so the records can stand up straight.
You could just make some.
Because right now some are leaning, which I don't like.
Yeah, but I think it looks kind of cool that way.
No,
personally, I don't know. I don't know if I'm decking out.
I would like it if they stood up straight. Like, I can stand them up straight, but then as soon as I do that, they fall over.
Do you have water?
Pardon?
Do you have water in here?
There should be Pepsi in the fridge.
Yeah, that's not
Actually.
okay.
That's not water.
I'm gonna grab it. But
that's all that's down here.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. It's like,
We don't have any water in there right now.
We should have water here.
We should actually get water, yeah. Yeah, we should water.
Like a pitcher down here?
No.
No, it's fine.
It'd be just for you anyways, so.
But as Jack's gonna go get water right now.
Yeah.
Which I think is good because I'm kind of getting mush mouth right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm still kind of drinking my Slurpee.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you should probably grab something to drink. What are you gonna grab? Pepsi? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we should actually get some water at some point. I'm not ordering.
Actually, I was thinking that the other day because I woke up in the middle of the night not feeling well, and I'm just like, I need water.
Yeah, the tap water down here isn't really that good.
Well, that's better. Like nothing beats like opening that can that first sip of Pepsi. Nothing beats the first sip of Pepsi.
Then the rest just fucking sucks.
The ironic thing is you're wearing so much blue.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I look like a Pepsi spokesperson. Just popped out of the fucking can to tell you some great deals on Pepsi.
You look like somebody that's gonna stand outside a Walmart or something. It's like, hey, do you want to do the Pepsi challenge?
Oh yeah, the Pepsi challenge. If you can pee 10 meters straight up without hitting yourself, you get a free can of Pepsi.
I don't think that's the Pepsi challenge.
That's
okay.
That's the.
Is it Coke or Pepsi?
That's called challenge pissing, and it's from this joke car ad
as long
video.
as you're not crossing swords.
Crossing streams, you mean?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, you're not. You can't cross the streams. We've learned that from Ghostbusters. We know what happens if you cross the streams. Shit gets real.
I remember. So you watched that
turbulent.
show. You watched that show Upload, right, on Amazon Prime?
I watched a few episodes of it. I didn't get.
So now I'm just picturing that scene in my head where he's at the urinal pissing, and he like backs up from the urinal and he keeps pissing, and he's like. And he's not missing the urinal, and he's like, and the butler's just standing there.
He's like 20 feet away, and he's still doing it.
That's a fucking talent. I wish I could do that.
Well, it's because he's already in the fucking simulation, so.
Oh, so it just doesn't matter where he's from? That's hilarious.
Exactly.
So, like, you know what the show's about, right?
No.
Yeah.
So when it's about when people die, they don't like go to heaven, go to hell.
Well, if you have the money, you can go.
If you have the money, you can go into the simulated universe when you die.
It's like that Black Mirror episode. What's it called? Oh, it's such a really, really good one. It's like a 70s version of reality where, it's these old people in old folks' homes and they're trying out this new technology.
So the main character is played by Robbie Amell. The cousin of Stephen Amell, who is Green Arrow. So Robbie Amell plays the main character. Gets into a car crash.
Yeah. And
they say he's gonna die. So his girlfriend convinces him to get uploaded into the simulated universe. The simulated universe. Literally, how he gets into that simulated universe, they literally decapitate him, and then his body falls on this slab, and then his decapitated head gets uploaded into this system. So. And that's how...
It's sort of like Futurama and like the Richard Nixon head.
Yes.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, but like the exact opposite, because it literally just destroys your head. Just zaps it off.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then, when you're in the simulated universe, it's just like you're in an app. You're in an app, basically, where you walk around, and there's like butlers doing there's the AIs, which are the staff of this hotel. And
there's microtransactions.
And there's microtransactions. and there's fruit fly. Yeah, you got it.
Get them.
And then there's also like, what's those things where it's like microtransactions. There's microtransactions, but there's these ads that
pop-up
ads in the simulated universe where it's like, buy this.
Oh, I did see that actually.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's with what's his name? The fat guy from 21 Jump Street.
Jonah Hill?
No, I might be thinking of something different.
Yeah,
you're thinking of something totally
Jonah Hill's not in it.
What? There's literally one show that's
You're thinking of
like
something
this.
Netflix released a couple years ago.
It was a Netflix
with
show.
Emma Stone and Jonah Hill.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
But that was something different. They were experimenting with drugs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
And then there's this
Maniac is what it's called.
And then there's this also, like, Robbie Amell's best friend in the show is this little kid who died when he was a kid. So he's actually 18 years old, but he's like a little kid because he died as a little kid.
Yeah.
And he can't grow up because his avatar is this little kid.
Yeah.
And
it's sad.
That's sad. It is sad. But he, like, throughout the show, he's like, I want a girlfriend. I want to get laid. I'm 18 years old in this little kid body who just wants to get laid. Like,
oh God.
And then there's in a future episode, there's this there's this hack part of there's this dark web part of the simulated death universe. There's this dark web portion where they go, and the little kid gets this puberty tattoo, which is a hack where you can change your avatar if you have this hack, and it's called the puberty tattoo. Little did he know, though, he turned into a female.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So like literally the first scene, he's walking down this. He doesn't know what happened to him, so he because it happened to him overnight. So he literally gets out of bed, doesn't look in the mirror or anything. He just gets out of bed, and it's like comes out of his room, walks downstairs, and he's like naked. This naked woman, and everybody's like,
nice. Nice. They're just like, what's nice about this? I'm a little fucking boy. Jesus, what's wrong with you? And then he looks in a mirror.
Yeah,
I'm a woman.
But that's what the show Upload is about.
It's funny.
Okay. Yeah, because Maniac had like a similar ad system where it was like, a pop-up ad to ride the subway if you didn't have any money or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's why I thought it. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that was actually, I forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing.
I thought it was okay the first time I watched it. It wasn't too
bad. For
a
limited Netflix series, and literally like they committed to that limited Netflix series.
Yeah,
because they're like, it's a limited Netflix series. Yep. We say this, and we're not going to make more seasons of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people are waiting for more and more like networks to pick up on, the limited series thing, because there's something so special about, a story that just ends.
Yeah.
And you have so much clarification that you're like totally good with it. You are totally fine with what you see.
Yeah, like when something ends where it should end and doesn't keep doing more seasons.
Yeah.
See, some of the greatest TV shows of all time are only 4 to 6 seasons long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like, I realized the other day, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is now longer than Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
And which, like, my top 5 favorite shows: Lost, Game of Thrones. Actually, no. Lost, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. Actually, no. Lost, Breaking Bad. Sorry.
You want to set up a tier list or something? Like, we can figure this out.
Breaking Bad, Boy Meets World, Game of Thrones, and then...
Are you adding reality TV show in
No.
there? Okay, I was going to say.
And then Parks and Rec.
Survivor.
Yeah, I was going to say Survivor should have been up there somewhere.
No, like, I didn't for that reason. I didn't for that reason.
Reality TV.
Yeah, because that's its own separate thing.
Yeah.
But in Parks and Rec being number 5 out of the top 5, and what all those shows have in common, they didn't last 12 seasons, 15 seasons, 20 seasons.
Yeah.
They lasted, Lost lasted 6, Breaking Bad lasted technically 6.
Technically 6, yeah.
Because they're like season 5 part A, season 5 part B.
Yeah.
But they're a year apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World lasted 7.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones lasted 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then Parks and Rec 6.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think many shows really make it to that, 12 season mark.
Well, Supernatural did.
Supernatural. They're still
Yeah,
going.
well, that makes
Supernatural is
sense.
15. They're ending this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Supernatural is like, hey, you know what? You know who likes this show better than teenage boys? Teenage girls. Let's
Teenage
keep this
girls,
going.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That it depends. It's depending on the target demographic, right?
Well, even Himium was 9 seasons.
How I Met Your
right?
Mother, 9 seasons.
So.
Which...
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother was only 9 seasons, and people consider that a timeless classic, right?
It is a classic.
Right. So it's weird to have, a television show that runs for, that long and stays as successful as it was when it started, right?
Yeah.
So,
like Friends also would be on that list. And,
Friends would be for sure on that list.
And like Sopranos.
Oh, Sopranos.
Sopranos,
for sure.
yeah, for sure, definitely.
But like I'm thinking like maybe ER would be on that list.
He's even like a...
Well, if you think of, like classic TV, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that ended pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like they ended in the perfect spot where they had 6 seasons, they had a nice run, and they decided to end it where it was still popular enough and Will Smith was still popular enough.
I mean,
right?
even like a few more HBO shows like Entourage. Ended where it should.
I never got into Entourage. I tried to get into Entourage because everybody's like, it's like Sex and the City, but for men.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm just like...
And then Silicon Valley just ended like last year.
I couldn't get into Silicon Valley.
Never watched
But those
it.
shows didn't go that far. Like they didn't go to 12, 13.
Would you want to Watchmen season 2?
No. I didn't really. I mean, the first season was good. I don't know. I know they're making it, but
I don't think they are.
I think so.
No, because the showrunner was like, I don't have any ideas for season 2.
Yeah.
But there's an HBO series that's actually coming out for HBO Max, and we're gonna get it on Crave. It's Perry Mason, and it's a remake of a classic TV show called Perry Mason that came out in like the 60s, I think, or 70s.
Oh, okay.
And it looks pretty sweet because it's a period piece based in the 30s of this detective, I guess, or something. So it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah. All right, I think we should probably get in the news now.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the news portion of the show, which is our favorite part of the show. Pardon me, I'm drinking Pepsi, so I'm a little bit burpy. So the first part of the news is we're gonna talk about Elmer Fudd. You all know Elmer Fudd. He was the arch enemy of Bugs Bunny, who had a weapon of choice, a double barrel shotgun. And that wascally rabbit would always get one up Elmer Fudd.
100%.
Some would say they were the best of friends. Because at one point, Elmer Fudd thought to himself, man, I suck at hunting. Maybe I should just chase this rabbit for views on YouTube.
And Bugs Bunny would always mock Elmer Fudd. He would mock him so much that it became a meme.
Oh, yeah.
Called Big Chungus.
Yep.
Big Chungus, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
PS5 exclusive.
So HBO Max released the Looney Tunes because they're part of Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers, HBO Max is a Warner Brothers streaming service. That being said, so they released a new Looney Tunes show, and guess what? Elmer Fudd is not running around with anymore.
His hat.
A double-barreled shotgun. He's not running around.
Not the bubble, Daryl. Oh no.
Elmer Fudd no longer holds a rifle when hunting wascally wabbits. HBO Max has launched their new version of the Looney Tunes, and it shares a lot of similarities to the original. However, the gun violence is something that the studio won't do anymore.
Oh, but I love gun violence.
Even though fans are
my Second Amendment. Oh wait, I'm not American.
No.
Even though fans are a little angry about this situation, for now, Mr. Fudd will chase Bugs Bunny around with a scythe.
Yeah, that's way less scary.
Oh, that's fucking.
Which looks a little creepy at times.
Yeah, no shit. My God.
Peter Brownsgart said, "We're not doing guns." Who's the executive producer of the series, but we can do cartoony violence.
Yeah,
Elmer.
So TNT's the Acme stuff, all that was kind of grandfathered in. So they're still doing like
nuclear bombs and
I get it, but like
angels dropping off.
I feel like a scythe is way fucking worse than a gun. That's way more terrifying. Like
Elmer Fudd is death incarnate.
Oh, exactly. You know there's gonna be an episode with him, and
it's not just Elmer Fudd they took the gun away from. Yosemite Sam no longer has a gun. And he was just as bad.
Yeah, but why take?
When I say whoa, I mean whoa. Yosemite Sam was probably him, and freaking Foghorn Leghorn were probably my two favorite Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
just because they just had really good one-liners. Were Jesus Christ, brain fart. Foghorn Leghorn. There we go. I got there.
You said his name already. You were.
I know.
You said it like 5 seconds ago.
I know.
I didn't know that's where you were going.
Foghorn Leghorn. Classic line. Shut up, shutting up.
Shut up, shutting up. Yeah.
And then Yosemite Sam, which was like, whoa, camel, whoa, like that classic Looney Tunes show where he's riding the camel and the camel's like, whoa, 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 stop. No. But they took nobody has guns anymore in that show, and it's just. I get it with the times and the gun violence in the States right now, and that's kind of
no Looney Tunes. It's been the same way for what 50, 60 years, 70 years.
Looney Tunes has been around for the 40s, since the 40s.
Okay, yeah, so 80 years almost.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you changing them now? Don't change them. Don't change a classic.
Yeah, there's no
need. It was
need.
so good.
So. The debut of Bugs Bunny was July 27th, 1940.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a long fucking time ago.
That's literally 80 years ago.
That was before Steve was born.
Yeah. Steve who?
1953. My stepdad.
His dad's stepdad Steve, my Uncle Steve.
Step-uncle Steve.
I guess step-uncle Steve.
It's step-uncle.
Yeah.
I think half-uncle? No.
Right,
you're not actually
I get it for everything going on in the States right now, but don't make that the reason why you're doing it. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, and at least if you're gonna do I know HBO Max right now has they took out a lot of stuff. They premiered end of May, and they've already yeah, we have to take this out. Warner Brothers has the movie, the timeless classic movie Gone with the Wind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Gone with the Wind hasn't aged well with viewers, and nobody's yeah, you know what movie I love? Gone with the Wind. Nobody says that. So.
Well, when have you ever heard that from anybody, really? who actually just goes you know, my favorite movie is Shawshank. They would say that, but they wouldn't say it exactly like that, right?
One of my favorite movies is Shawshank.
Yeah, I like Shawshank. I like Shawshank. I do. I love it. But you know,
so HBO Max removed Gone with the Wind. I'm just going off on a tangent here because it was we were talking about HBO Max. So
man, you really love HBO.
What?
You really love HBO.
HBO has good content on it.
You pay a fuckload for it, so
yeah, I guess so.
HBO has good content on it. However, HBO Max is kind of on a rocky start. Like,
well, it's supposed to be just on a rocky start in fucking Canada because we got shafted harder than anybody.
Because we got it on Crave TV.
We got it on Crave, but they only released like 3 fucking things. And meanwhile, the States got literally fucking everything
but
under the
guess
sun
what?
of HBO.
They're removing some of the DC stuff. It's getting removed already.
Why?
Because they're licensed out to other streaming stuff. It's the Black Panther. It's when Disney. You remember when Disney Plus launched and they didn't have all the Marvel stuff because Netflix still had a bunch.
Yeah.
Same thing with HBO Max. They're like, hey, we have Justice League. Just kidding. Hey, we got Batman. Just kidding. Like,
yeah. Either way, we got shafted in Canada for HBO Max.
But like, we're still getting the Snyder cut for HBO Max.
Yeah.
And we're still getting that Friends reunion. That's still a thing. But like, they removed Gone with the Wind because of racist things.
Yeah, but it's still a classic movie.
But like, I remember when
it's a period piece. Like,
and like, I was watching Fat Man Beyond and Mark Bernardin, and said when he had the Looney Tunes DVDs, they would have a disclaimer at the front of it saying, this was a product of its time.
Yeah.
This was released in this cartoon was released in the 50s or the 40s. This is a product of its time. Don't read into it.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. So why would they remove...
put a disclaimer saying, hey, just put HBO or Warner Brothers, get one of your big top celebrities and be like,
yeah,
and before the movie starts, being like get Tom Hanks or somebody.
There you go.
Fat Man Beyond already made this joke. Get Tom Hanks and be like, and have Tom Hanks come out and say, hey, so this is kind of a movie. Yeah. Don't look too much into it, folks. It's fine.
It's a movie that was made a very long time ago. When things
1939.
Yeah.
Actually, the fun fact about Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind was the second first color movie ever made. First was Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Because and Wizard of Oz beat out Gone with the Wind. It was like a race. Who was gonna get there first? Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind. And Wizard of Oz got there first. So yeah, Elmer Fudd no longer has a gun.
Yeah. That was the point.
That was the point of this whole thing. HBO Max is on a rocky start. So, a couple years ago, 2 years ago, we had Into the Spider-Verse win a Golden Globe and an Oscar for Best Animated Series of that year.
Yep. Now
we're getting a sequel.
Woohoo.
We already talked about it in a previous podcast, but now production is starting. So, Sony Imageworks, there we go, I made it there. Sony Imageworks lead animator Nick Kondo took to Twitter to reveal that production has officially begun on Sony Pictures' highly anticipated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel. This confirmation comes after the studio has decided to change the film's previous planned release date. The original was scheduled for April 2022, but now it's been pushed to October 7th, 2022. Joaquim Dos Santos, he did Voltron Legendary Defenders, will direct the upcoming sequel. He will also be joined by screenwriter David Callum, whose previous credits include Wonder Woman 1984 and Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings. So we're getting a second Into the Spider-Verse film.
Oh, I mean, we knew you were getting it.
We knew we were getting it. It got set up at the end of the first one.
Yeah.
And they literally made the meme come to life where it's like, hey, that's Spider-Man. No, it's not. I'm Spider-Man. No, it's not. That guy's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
You're Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
This one is probably going to follow 2090 because they set up Miguel. His name is Miguel. And it's Spider-Man 2099. And it's probably going to be based on the 2099 universe.
Yeah.
But that production is starting. I thought originally they're gonna, because they won Oscars and won awards, it was gonna be a one and done deal. It's like, okay, we got our awards, we're done. But
no, they set it up too well at the end to
not
into a sequel.
Produce a sequel.
Yeah, it was left way too many questions.
And we're getting like another Miles Morales story out of it, which Miles Morales is like the new poster boy for Spider-Man. Like, nobody gives two craps about Peter Parker anymore. It's all Miles Morales.
I mean, Tom Holland is kind of cute, not gonna lie.
Jack has a crush on Tom Holland.
Everyone has a crush on Tom Holland.
I don't have a crush on Tom Holland.
Everyone on Twitter, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, he's he's one of those actors. He's one of those actors that can play a teenager for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, it was a little loud. I was just
sorry.
Like, ugh.
Yeah, no, he's one of those actors that like he's in the Cole Sprouse world, like Cole Sprouse. He's in that tree of actors that can play like teenagers for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. He has a very young face and a young like energy to him. So
somebody asked him like who was your celebrity crush, and he answered Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Co-star. Yeah.
What a Chad. That's such a call out. Somebody that you work with, you're just like, yeah.
Like
it's literally your love interest in the movie you're in. Like,
I just can't wait for MCU is doing their version like their multiverse movie, which is Doctor Strange 2, which that's gonna be badass. I hope.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I really love Doctor Strange. It was actually one of my favorite Marvel movies.
I would say so too.
I would agree too. Yeah.
I told my girlfriend that, and she's like, that is probably one of the worst ones. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Have you
look me in my face and tell me Doctor Strange was awful?
Have you seen The Dark World?
Yeah.
Like,
that one is so bad. Oh my god.
It was not good. Like, I would say.
Have you seen Spider-Man 3? No.
I mean,
have you seen X-Men Last Stand
or cinematic universe or whatever?
But the MCU, like that is literally the worst one. Like Thor: Dark World, like is on the bottom.
And then Taika Waititi made Thor interesting again. So
yeah, in Ragnarok,
in Ragnarok, and he's going to do it again in Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
He's doing Taika Waititi is just making all that Disney money right now.
I am so happy with Waititi's work right now, because he did Jojo Rabbit as well.
I've never seen Jojo Rabbit. I wanted to.
That movie
didn't get to it.
Has to be the funniest fucking movie from 2019 I have ever seen.
I always forget that was a fall release of 2019.
It's insane. It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't want to like blow it up too much, just in case you guys hate it, because I know like anything I show you guys, you end up disliking.
I've never seen it, so
yeah.
I've never seen it.
It's fucking incredible, and you
actually should. Speaking of Disney Plus just released Artemis Fowl.
Oh, I saw a review of that.
Apparently it's bad.
Apparently it's fucking awful. Apparently it's just terrible garbage, hot garbage.
Flaming piece of hot garbage.
I'm not excited. I am gonna watch it.
I am gonna watch it too. I'm gonna watch it too.
Low expectations for me.
So
there you go.
So remember something got canceled earlier this year?
Yeah.
Something big.
Yeah.
Something huge.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is San Diego Comic-Con got canceled because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
Well, now San Diego Comic-Con is going virtual in 2020.
Wow,
are we getting a lot of fruit flies?
Yeah.
It's probably because of that bowl right there.
Yeah, more than likely.
Why do you have a bowl there?
It had
salad yesterday.
Why didn't you take it upstairs?
Because he's I don't know.
I don't know why I didn't.
I literally always clean the dishes when I'm here. You should like leave them for like the 2 weeks, and then I come back and have to clean the kitchen.
No, I tend not to do that. Actually, I just put it there for like, I'll get it tomorrow, and then
what happened
tomorrow
was I came over, and then I got beer, and then we were outside for the rest of the night. We didn't come back in until like later.
Yeah. So San Diego Comic-Con is now going to be virtual.
Cool.
Most of the entertainment business has been shut down since the middle of March for obvious reasons. Social distancing is still the norm in most states across the country, so getting thousands of people together in one closed area just wasn't in the cards. Just not in the cards for Comic-Con.
No.
Thankfully, they announced plans for a virtual version of the annual convention, and today we have some extra details about it. So when San Diego Comic-Con first announced their at-home event, they focused on positives: no long lines, no crazy parking situations, free food, pets allowed.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And no large crowds.
That's good. That's that's what marketing is, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
So while attendees were understandably bummed out by the cancellation news, the idea of the virtual event helped to ease the disappointment. The Comic-Con at-home event will take place July 22nd to 26th, which are the original dates for the original version of the event. So we're still getting Comic-Con. We're still going to get Comic-Con news release, hopefully.
Well, that's the only thing I ever look forward to about Comic-Con. Like, I've never actually been to it, but I look very much so forward to
the announcements.
The Marvel panel, especially
the Marvel panel, and
I think the panels are going to be even more interesting this way, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of terrible people are going to come out of the woodworks to sabotage these panels.
Yeah,
But,
unfortunately.
You know, that's how the internet goes.
Yeah.
If
People are assholes on the
if
internet.
things can go up, they will always go down on the internet.
But like,
Unfortunately.
yeah, like it's gonna be exciting news because Marvel always has something exciting.
Yep.
And then
Marvel will have something. DC will have something. There'll be a bunch of gaming announcements.
yeah, gaming announcements.
A lot of TV, a lot of movie stuff.
Ooh, give me that news, baby. Sorry.
Maybe we'll get more information about the Matrix 4 because Matrix 4 got pushed back to 2022.
Yeah.
So John Wick 4 and Matrix 4 are not being released on the same day anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, right?
That would have been a horrible fucking day. Because we would have been at the theater for so long.
Oh, like, yeah. Me and Derek already agreed to double feature that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just go.
Well, because originally it was just going to be Bill and Ted. And the Matrix, wasn't it?
No, Bill and Ted was going to be this year.
In
Matrix
August,
4
right,
and John Wick 4 were going to be next year.
Yeah.
And
we were going to double feature it.
And then we were going to double feature it. We were like already, it's like, yeah, we're double featuring John Wick 4 and Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. John Wick 4 and Matrix 4.
Yeah.
And then because like the last movie I double featured was like I went to see, like they re-released Star Wars Phantom Menace in theaters. So I went to see that. And then I ran into some friends who were also going to go see another movie like after I walked out of the theater because I went by myself. And I walked out and then I saw my other friends there and my buddy felt sorry for me.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, do you want to come join us? We're going to go see a movie and then go to a bar." I'm like,
sure. "Oh, okay there, bud. Yeah, sure."
"Oh, yeah, sure, buddy." Only in Canada.
And then the next movie I double featured was actually triple featured was so when Dark Knight Rises came out,
yeah,
the Cineplex right around the corner, they did a triple feature of Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
So me and my buddy got a bunch like 5-hour energies and a bunch of 5-hour energies, and we like from Batman Begins to Dark Knight Rises, we just sat through that whole movie.
Jesus.
Yeah. So San Diego Comic-Con though, it's happening. Some video game news. We've been talking a lot of video games recently on the podcast because video game news has been hot recently. It's been a hot topic recently.
Oh yeah, especially this week.
So, and of course, we're going to be talking about the PS5.
Yep. So,
because Sony's big PlayStation 5 game reveal event was earlier this week, titled "The Future of Gaming." There was tons of games shown during the event. And you can watch the entire thing online somewhere, I'm sure.
YouTube it.
And learn about every single PS5 game shown during the reveal. So I have some games here I listed. I didn't list them all because there are some games I don't know much information about.
Yeah, there's like one you missed.
Which one?
Godfall. Yeah, the Gearbox one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So right off the bat, for a long time coming, fans of this game series thought the next one was going to be a release with the PS5. Well, that was a tease because they're doing Grand Theft Auto 5 a re-release.
Get fucked, PS5 gamers. Get fucked. You just got trolled. I'm just kidding. Actually,
the funniest part about that is that like 90% of the player base for GTA 5 is on PC. It's not even on console.
Yeah.
Because of GTA 5 mods and RP and everything else. None of it's on console. It's just funny. They're like, oh, we're going to release this with the PS5. Everybody will love it. It's like, nobody cares.
Yeah. So other than Grand Theft Auto 5, we also got... So earlier in the podcast, we were talking about how Miles Morales is a big thing. Well, there's going to be a new Spider-Man game, and it's Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's going to be... So it's the sequel.
That is.
Okay, it's iffy that it's the sequel to the Spider-Man game that came out for the PS4. It's iffy because some people are saying it's the sequel to the Spider-Man game that came out for the PS4. Other people are saying it's not. It's its own game.
Yeah, why would it be a sequel if it's about Miles Morales?
It's because it's the second Spider-Man game for a Sony console.
Oh, yes, and? Wait, what? Was Spider-Man on the PS2? Hello?
What?
You guys ever play Spider-Man on the PS2?
I played Spider-Man on the PS1.
And PS2.
And PS2.
And PS2.
What do you mean it's
and
the only one?
Xbox.
I mean, like, I don't mean, like, for the new generation.
Oh.
Because, like...
Well, it's not the only one. That's not what you said.
Yeah, well, like, there's been tons of Spider-Man games for Sony. But, I'm talking about the recent year ones. Not talking about, like, not talking about those ones. But
the recent... But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a sequel, though.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be like that at all.
Well, they set up something... I didn't play the Spider-Man game because I don't have a PS4. And because I didn't play... But I'm pretty sure they set up something at the end of that game for a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't play it.
There was rumors that Spider-Man game was supposed to launch a PlayStation exclusive of superheroes. Like they were gonna do MCU, and like there was a rumor going around that MCU and PlayStation were gonna partner with a bunch of games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Well, I mean, considering the art style of what Into the Spider-Verse was, it is not going to match the previous game that came out on the PS4. If there is any correlation between the two.
There's a trailer for it already.
There is?
Yeah, and I watched it, and it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like a good game.
Does it look like a comic book like the movie did? Or does it look more realistic? Or is it looks more realistic? It's more on the real side? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed then. I'll have to watch it, but
watch the trailer for it. We're also going to get a sequel to a video game series that has to do with racing. Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, everyone knew this was coming. There's been a Gran Turismo game on every single PlayStation system.
Yeah. They go back a long time, don't they?
PS1.
PS1, yeah.
The first one had B spec, A spec, and there were 2 separate discs. I have it. Somewhere in my house.
Isn't there a mod where you can play as a T-Rex?
I have no idea.
I feel like that's a Gran Turismo cheat thing where you can play as a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I don't know.
The next game, Ratchet and Clank. We're getting another Ratchet and Clank game, Rift Apart.
Sounds good.
That's pretty cool because Ratchet and Clank was like he was like the mascot of the PS2 system.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then Sackboy was PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of Sackboy, Sackboy, A Big Adventure.
Little Big Adventure, is that what it was called before? Or
the game was called Little Big Adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet, right. And that was all about player created levels and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, literally the entire game is player created.
And Sackboy, the star of the game, is getting a bigger game.
Yeah.
Called A Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Oddworld, we're getting another Oddworld game.
Mm-hmm.
Soulstorm. Mm-hmm. Which I thought that game franchise was dead.
No. Got a pretty big following on PC, on Steam. Yeah.
Because I remember playing the first one for PS1.
Yeah.
I remember that. We're getting a re-release of Demon's Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So
I have some friends that are very excited for it.
You have some friends that are very excited about it?
Oh yeah.
Just pumped?
Oh yeah. They like to beat themselves. Demon's Souls is part of the Dark Souls franchise.
Yeah,
Demon's
I know,
Souls,
but I just heard beat themselves.
That's what I heard too. And I was like,
that's what you do.
It rang through my ears.
Well, that's what you do when you play Dark Souls.
Yeah, I know.
You beat your head against a wall.
Yeah, you literally punch a fucking hole through your wall because it's so difficult.
And Demon's Souls is the origin of all of it.
I just watched the trailer on Silent here, and I'm a little disappointed.
Of Spider-Man?
I can't say that I'm happy because I really wanted it to be, if they were ever going to do a game like this, I really wanted it to be, in the art style that Into the Spider-Verse was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
because
cool.
It looked so sick. It'd be like somewhat like Persona 5, right?
Yeah.
If you've ever seen it, it would be that kind of art style. So,
nice.
It would have been a cool looking fucking game for a Spider-Man game, but that would sort of be going backwards in the graphical department.
Yeah,
but at least that game, you would be able to get to 120 FPS, which is what they're promising, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going next after Demon Souls is we're getting another Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the Resident Evil franchise, so
Been around for a very.
It has been around for a very long time.
And this is another iteration. This is technically 8. Yes. 7 was Biohazard, but this is a new game, another new game in the way they've gone with the series, which is much more story based, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been really story based since like Resident Evil 3, 4, 5, and 6 were hot garbage.
Like the only Resident Evil things I know are like from the movie.
Yeah,
which didn't even have anything to do with the games.
No, they literally have nothing to do with the video games, except for a few things like Umbrella and like Umbrella, mostly.
And then the last part. Well, there was many other games that got released, but the last game we're going to talk about is Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
Another game I don't know too much about because I'm not a gamer. I'm a casual gamer of anything. So
it's true.
It's like I just play a handful of games, and when I play games, I have podcasts playing in the background. Like I'm not really invested into games that have a story. I just want to play something that I can listen to a podcast in the background and just kind of just be like, just listen to the podcast, and then once the podcast is over, it's like, okay, it's time to turn it off, and then that's me.
Yeah.
Any comments on the Horizon Forbidden West?
I don't know much about the game. I would like it to be explained.
Oh, Horizon.
To me.
Oh, for some reason I thought it said Forza. No, Horizon's fucking.
Is it also
amazing.
a racing game?
No.
Or what is it? I don't know.
Horizon.
I never played it.
Did you ever see Horizon Zero Dawn?
Oh, it's that game.
It's a sequel to that game.
Oh
yeah.
my god, I'm stupid. Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
now I know.
Yeah, it's a sequel to that game.
Yes.
Finally,
Yeah.
so it's being released for PS5, and it looks fucking amazing. And I don't know if you know this, Horizon is going to be on PC this summer.
Seriously?
Yep, they're bringing it to PC.
Ooh.
So anybody out there who wanted to play Horizon and doesn't have a PlayStation 4, it's coming to PC along with a crap ton of other PlayStation and EA games specifically.
I am super fucking
Speaking of
excited
PC,
for that.
Jack has been playing a lot of Valorant.
Fuck yeah, dude. I've been playing so much Valorant.
I'm playing an okay amount.
Let me give you a little review.
He's gonna give you a rundown.
So
Jack's rundown of Valorant.
Since they fully released the game, they've dealt with some bugs and issues within the maps, and they've also uploaded a new map called Ascent.
Yeah.
So what they're doing for players to get more used to the new map is that they are, sort of limiting how much they play on the other maps like Bind, Haven, and there was one more that I barely play, Split.
Yeah.
And they're pushing Ascent up to here so that people play it a lot more. I'm frankly getting fucking sick of it. But, it's not a poorly designed map. It's actually quite good.
That was last night. That's the map that has Garden, right?
Yeah, Garden.
Okay. Yeah, I fucking hate
Garden
that map.
with a window.
I hate that map specifically for attacking. Just because it's so fucking annoying trying to go down fucking Garden Long there, going down into that goddamn hallway, and it's like...
It's awful. It's hard to navigate through it because there are so many peeking spots that people can be at before you are.
Trying to go to Seaside, like in literally that fucking entire alleyway, there's nowhere to hide. Absolutely nowhere to like try and fucking peek up. There's nowhere.
That actually might be Haven that you're talking about, because Haven is the one with 3 sites. Yeah, that's Haven.
Oh, okay.
Ascent also has Garden there, but
Oh, okay, no,
yeah. So, going a bit more into it, the heroes, they added a new hero there. Her name is Reyna. I hate her. I hate her so much. I hate her guts. God.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. Jeez, tell me how you really feel. No, but, Reyna, I feel her abilities are a bit, she's obviously a momentum-based character, so every kill she gets a bigger advantage. So, once she gets a kill, she can heal herself back to full. And if she gets another kill, she can be invulnerable for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, and during her ultimate, if she gets a kill, or she gets a faster fire rate, she gets higher damage, higher movement speed, and also she turns invisible when she gets kills.
That's broken.
She gets invisible when she gets kills. So, it's all depending on the, player's skill, obviously. She has 2 flashes, so she can flash people around corners.
Yeah, but you give
through walls.
You give that type.
She can flash people around corners?
No, she doesn't show her tits. She just throws an eyeball out there.
But that is broken.
She throws an eye and it blinds people.
You give that to somebody like Shroud, like.
No, he slaps, dude. I've seen him play it. He literally slaps with that character.
Yeah,
he slaps with any character, but Reyna especially.
Yeah.
So, adding with that, it's like, she can be balanced a little bit more within the universe. And I gotta say, with the characters, there could be a bit more creativity. I think there's a lot lacking with the heroes. I think there's a lot similar.
They literally straight up just copied Hanzo for Sova.
They really did. They really did that.
Like,
yeah. But instead of, scatter arrow, he has shock arrows.
Yeah. But then his
his little drone.
The exact same.
Yeah, his ultimate is almost the exact same too.
Literally is. It's a fucking dragon arrow that goes through the map.
Yeah, basically it goes through the map, and it's just an electric arrow. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, we don't get too far into it.
Sage, I'm not going to be too harsh about it, but it can be improved in certain aspects. If they add more characters.
Have you ever heard of the game? It's basically a hybrid of CS:GO and Overwatch.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the most apt description you can give of the game.
The closest that you could possibly get to it is Rainbow Six Siege, I think. Absolute closest in concept, not in gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay
is what I'm saying. Gameplay definitely CS:GO and Overwatch, but concept in theory is leaning towards Rainbow Six Siege, where you have characters with certain abilities who can only do certain things, but you can also rely on skill-based aspects like aiming and stuff. So,
and by the way, we're not sponsored by Riot to do this.
No.
We just like the game.
See, I enjoy the game a lot, and I've been making videos of it and stuff like that.
My thing with that game is I was very fucking adamant on not playing it because it just looked.
I think a lot of people were, right? Because
it didn't look very good. It's just it's a cross between fucking CS:GO and Overwatch, and I'm like, I don't want to touch this fucking thing. Mm-hmm. And then I downloaded it when it came free, and I've been playing it ever since.
Yeah, the graphics is what turned a lot of people off, but I find it kind of charming now. I didn't like it at first, but I was like, you know what? I'm getting used to it. The way the characters look and the way the guns feel.
I wonder if we're gonna throw it onto console. Honestly,
I don't know. It's sort of like throwing CS:GO onto console, right? It's sort of like
Overwatch is on console.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, but Overwatch has some characters that you don't need to aim very well, and you don't
Reinhardt.
need. Yeah, exactly. You have Monkey, the Winston. You have Symmetra. I mean, Symmetra, I guess you have to aim a little more now.
No, you don't. No,
you don't.
Her shit hooks on the people.
Oh, not anymore. No, they patched that. They got rid of that. So now it's just a straight beam, sort of like Zarya's. But the more she attacks somebody, the stronger the beam gets.
Oh, yeah. I know that part.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah. But,
anyway.
It's not about Overwatch. So, overall, I give this game about a 6 out of 10. There can be some improvements done to the abilities and, balancing the characters. Also, graphical style. I think the guns can be a little more detailed. And also, tone down the fucking prices on the skins, please, Riot Games. Fuck you. You're robbing me blind.
How much are the skins?
Okay, so
way too much.
So the Prime bundle, which is the first thing that came out, is 7,000 credits.
So which is,
and converting that to like Canadian dollars, obviously, the most you can buy in a thing is 11,000 credits, which is $139, right?
Oh my god. Okay.
And then right, like it's already like, but the one before that is I think 6,000 credits, and that's only like $60 or something like that. But even if you get 6,000, you still have to pay an extra $15 to buy enough credits to get the whole bundle of skins, right? But I was lucky because I paid money beforehand.
Okay.
I paid money in the beta. Okay. So people in the beta who bought skins, they got the credits back.
Okay.
And they also got plus like 20% how many credits they already bought, right? So that was good for me because I just bought the skins immediately.
Right on.
But still,
there you go.
They just released a new pack. I can't wait to see how much that is.
Probably way too much.
Probably too much, but I'm probably going to spend money anyways. So, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jack's take on...
There you go. 6 out of 10.
Valorant.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not a bad game. I enjoy it.
And with that, we come to an end of a podcast, but not just yet, because we also have a portion I like to call...
Little cock tease there.
This day on film and television history.
Mm-hmm.
So 50 math here. 1978. How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
Long enough. I don't want to do math right now, man.
So 1978.
42.
Grease got released.
42 years ago. Wow.
Also, 1989, Jerry Lee Lewis got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Also in 1989 on this day, License to Kill got released, the James Bond film featuring Timothy Dalton. And a bit of wrestling news. 1993, Yokozuna beats Hulk Hogan for the WWF title, which is funny because
World Wildlife Federation?
World Wrestling Federation. They got sued by the World Wildlife Foundation actually in the
All
early
right.
2000s.
That's great.
I heard about that.
It's funny because I'm a wrestling fan and I know a lot about wrestling because internet. So, and I know because they gave the title to Yokozuna because in the early 90s, there was a wrestling scandal, and that was steroids. The steroid scandal of the 90s.
Everyone was using steroids.
So they couldn't put belts on certain wrestlers because it's like, oh, we might go to jail. So we can't do, so we have to give it to this guy to get over some, we need to give it to this guy who's like a 400-pound Samoan playing a Japanese wrestler, playing the role of a Japanese wrestler named Yokozuna. And they gave it to him to get over one of my favorite wrestlers, Bret the Hitman Hart. Anyway, I'm going to shut up about wrestling now. That was a little...
Yeah.
And...
I got one thing for gaming.
Also, before... Chris Evans celebrates his 39th birthday today. Captain America turns 39.
Happy birthday. That's America's ass.
I got one thing. Staying with the PlayStation news. 7 years ago, fucking Last of Us came out for the PlayStation.
Really?
Yep.
Well, Last of Us 2 is coming shortly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Last of Us is coming to HBO shortly as well.
Yes, it is.
But it's so weird. I don't know. The game is basically like a TV show. So
it is basically like a TV show, yeah.
No.
Not even a difficult game. It's just...
It's a story game. It's, it's based on story. There's some gameplay in there, here and there. You can take it around.
It's like I'm having real difficulty like not actually being like I'm gonna buy a PS5. Just the lineup they've had for games. I'm like,
yeah. You know what? Like,
really debating going to PS5 and getting off Xbox.
Well, we're just gonna see when Xbox Series X does their release stuff and see. It's
that's the thing, right? It might completely convince me.
It's either you buy a Samsung fridge or you buy a Wi-Fi router. Which one do you want?
I mean, a bit of both.
I kind of want both.
Yeah.
But because my computer is already like a Samsung fridge, I
was having this argument with my friends last night, and or not last night, the night before. They're like, well, why wouldn't you want to get a PS5? Like, you don't play console games? I'm like, no. I have a fucking PC.
Yeah, I play PC games.
The only reason I ever bought a console, like an Xbox, in the first place, was for Kingdom Hearts 3, which I played 10 minutes of, got bored, and haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
Like,
the only game I would buy the PS5 for is a new Ratchet and Clank game, the new one.
Probably for me would be Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank holds such a dear place in my heart.
Mine's mine's literally Horizon, Last of Us Part 2, the Ratchet and Clank game, Spider-Man game, the Gran Turismo
Spider-Man game as well,
the Resident Evil game. Like, there's so many games that I would buy it for. So, like,
But which of these games are not going to be PlayStation exclusive? And just
they all are.
They all are.
Well, maybe except for Resident Evil, but the rest of them.
What about the re-release of Demon Souls? Is that going to be PlayStation exclusive?
Probably.
I don't think so. I don't think it would be.
Because
Dark Souls is both on Xbox and PS4.
Yeah, that's Dark Souls. Demon Souls wasn't though.
Demon Souls wasn't?
No.
Okay, then maybe not. But Grand Theft Auto 5 definitely.
Yeah, that's Grand Theft Auto 5. That game's been out for 10 fucking years.
It's an old game.
But Gran Turismo 7 and Horizon, Ratchet and Clank.
I can't believe that game is 10 years old.
What?
Grand Theft Auto 5. I can't fucking believe that.
There's no way it's 10 years old.
There's no way, right? We're all going to look it up now.
Yeah.
Who's the fastest?
It's 2013, 7 years old, sorry.
Well, 7 years old. Still, that's
it's
fucking incredible.
Very old game.
Yeah,
like,
no.
It came out the same year the Last of Us did.
Definitely did. But we're just going to have to wait and see what Xbox does, with what Microsoft does with Xbox Series X, and see what title games, like it's going to be like Grand Theft, like
the only thing
what's the big title here? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart or Halo?
That's the only thing keeping me on the Xbox right now is Halo Infinite.
Halo,
that's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of Halo games. I was more into CS:GO.
I have
when I was,
2
like,
copies
playing.
of the Halo Chief Collection.
Yeah,
One on Xbox and one on PC. Like I bought it twice. I love Halo so much, but again, that's only one game keeping me on Xbox, right? So
well, we're gonna definitely see in the next upcoming months where things are going.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being done, we now come to the end of our podcast.
Yep.
Episode number 36 is now in the books.
this is so sad.
And with that being said,
Alexa, play penis music.
And with that being
anyways,
and with that being said, good night, everybody. But before that,
oh my god,
sorry, we're gonna plug some stuff.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
Yes, I was gonna say something, but it looks like you're just like
right in the mic. I'm just like, yeah. What
so you can follow the podcast at A Brew for Two Podcast on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter or any social media platforms at agingerfin92.
Yeah, and you can follow me, King D-Rec, on everything.
And you can follow Jack on stuff too, if he wants you to follow him.
Yeah, so you can go to my YouTube channel, just type in Jack Ellsworth. That's super easy. Just type that in.
That's his name. Don't wear it out.
I'll put a link in the description to his YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Perfect. And with that being said, folks, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.